Hey guys, how's it going? It's Leon here. Today I want to share with you how you could find your sense of purpose without getting so attached to it in a way that makes you feel very anxious and stressed. Because sometimes when we get really attached to having a sense of purpose, and you feel like this is the thing I need to do in my life, these are things I have to do in order to feel a sense of fulfillment, we start to feel very stressed to the point that it might actually hinder our ability to do what is purposeful. So in Western philosophy, there's this idea that there is a conflict between the individual self and the collective in society. So there's been ongoing debates for years and years about this conflict, whether you should choose the individual or you choose society. However, in ancient Indian philosophy, there is no conflict. Actually, these two things are not two separate poles, but one and the same. And this is an important concept because this is going to help you to be able to pursue a sense of purpose without anxiety. So for ancient Indian philosophy, if you could meditate on your own sense of self, think about at a deep level, at an intuitive level, who you are. You try to understand yourself fully in terms of your strengths, in terms of your weaknesses, a great deal of self-awareness and understanding. If you could tap into how you operate personally, you could understand how you could serve the collective to the best of your ability, because the best way you could serve the collective is by understanding yourself fully and how you work and how you operate. And when you understand your sense of self, what you do is that instead of attaching to that sense of self, so in Western philosophy, there's that concept of individualism. So understanding yourself personally in this manner is not akin to this Western idea of individualism where it's tied to the ego, like I need to be this great person. And when you do that, you start to feel a lot of anxiety around your own successes and around your own failures, because everything becomes, it kind of ties back to your own sense of self-concept. So when it comes to ancient Indian philosophy, you do want to understand yourself personally, but in a non-attached kind of way. You want to look at it from a detached angle. So think about like you are playing a video game character, right? So you're actually not the character itself. You're actually the person who is behind the screen operating that character. You want to understand how that character works to the best of your ability so that you could be able to play the game as well as you can play the game. But if you get so attached to that character, you think you are that character, you're going to be so afraid of messing up, you won't be able to do the purpose that you're set out to do. So what you do is really understand yourself, meditate on who you are personally, but you want to operate from an impersonal angle, from a distance. And when you do that, when you could be non-attached to the fruits of your labor, when you could operate that sense of selfhood, but be not attached in an egotistic manner to yourself and to the fruits of your labor, you're not going to feel anxiety when you pursue a sense of purpose. So if you're interested in learning more about this idea, this concept, I've written a couple of articles about it so that this could really sink into your brain and you can really understand how this works. Thank you so much for listening.